श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मन मुकुल सुधार। बरनौ रघुवर विमल यश, जो दायक फल चार। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीश तिहुँ लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरण विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस्र बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अष कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिंसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाँते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि, जल दिलांघ गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपण तेज सहारो आपै, तीनहु लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमंत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख विसरावे। अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमंत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीड़ा, जो सुमिरे हनुमंत बलवीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंधि महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय वसहु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, रघुवीर रामचंद्र की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। आप સૌને મારા જાજા કરીને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. Again, what a wonderful day. Very successful, very happy. What I do is, every day I read and study and do my work and do some DIY as well. But what I believe is, and I was just talking to earlier my children, that if you create something with your hands, that's more important and better than just getting things done by paying someone. So say for example, what I would like to do is go into the garden and repair the fence itself. Now, I wouldn't claim to be saying that I'm very, very good at fence repairs, but hey, I put couple of things together and make it happen. So little bits and bobs. Point is, we should do things with our hands and do creation. Therefore, we get the job satisfaction. Think of it. Rather than, if my daughter comes to me from on my birthday with a card, which is printed card from a shop, compared to that, it would be nice if she took a piece of paper and, drawn a little flower or something on it and gave it to me. That would be more personal. That would be more intimate. That would be more nicer, I would say. And so, I enjoy the job satisfaction of doing things and correcting and making sure that as much things that I can do in my life. Because, of course, due to Corona, this is the only medium I can come out and connect. Rest of the day, what are you going to do? So I'm trying to make the most of it now and do all the things possible. Also, I'm trying to learn new skills. So that's the positive side of Corona. I hope you had a wonderful day. So did I. And as we go along, we've got so many people who've already joined in. I would like to welcome Jayshi Ben Patni, Maya Ben, Sushma Ben Chauhan, Lester Lohana Majan has joined in with a lot of love and affection and blessings as always. Mara bhai Piyush bhai judai gaya che saying Jai Siya Ram, and so is Rashmi ji, and she's giving a warm welcome to everyone. My dear sister Kalpana Ben Malhotra is here. Warm welcome to you, Mara Ben. Urvi Ben Kevda has also joined in. So nice to see you, beta. And as we go ahead, we are going to discuss something very special today. Because we are in this special month of Shravan, this month is full of celebrations. There's plenty of celebrations. Soon you're going to have Krishna Bhagwan's birthday celebrations as well. So, be ready for that. Lot of Makhan and Mishri. But today, we are going to discuss something else. We are going to discuss Kajrari Teeth, then Chauth, Randan Chhat, Shitara Satam, and such of these things. But there is something called Nag Panchami that I'm going to focus a little bit more on, because people don't know much about it, and in fact they are afraid of it. So let me give you some reasoning behind it. First we'll do the prayers and the mantras. So let's join our hands, close our eyes, and do the Naga prayers. Hari Om सर्वे नागाः प्रियन्तां मे ये केचित् पृथिवीतले ये च हेलिमरिचिस्था ये अन्तरे दिवि संस्थिता ये नदीषु महानागा ये सरस्वतीगामिनः ये च वापि तडागेषु तेषु सर्वेषु मे नमः अनन्तं वासुकिं शेषं पद्मनाभं च कम्बलं शङ्खपालं धृतराष्ट्रं तक्षकं कपिलं तथा एतानि नवनामानि नागानां च महात्मनां सायंकाले पठेन्नित्यं प्रातःकाले विशेषतः तस्य विषभयं नास्ति सर्वत्र विजयी भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. I don't know if you realize, but those mantras were different than normal ones. These mantras that I sang today were Nag mantras, Nag Devta mantras. So, let's understand something about Nag Devta. What is Naga? Simply speaking, you can say serpent. And serpent is very, very unique in Hindu faith and across the world. So, if you go to the Egyptian gods, have you seen the Egyptian gods? Osiris, Isis, and so many. And Isis has got snake as well associated with themselves. If you go to Mesopotamia, over there snakes are involved in deities. If you go to Christianity, snake was the person, snake was the entity that made this world happen according to Christianity. Now think for a moment, if snake wouldn't be there in the Garden of Eden, then Adam and Eve wouldn't have come together to start a family. And according to that book, if we believe, there would be no world creation. So we are thankful to the snake which asked them to go and eat the apple. Do you see? So snake is very key and helpful there. According to our dharma, we see too much everywhere. Sarp is there. So you start with the Adi Devo Mahadevo, Shankar Bhagavan. Shankar Bhagavan na to matha upar Shesh Nag che, isn't it? He's got Shesh Nag. He's got serpents all around his body, everywhere. So he loves snakes. If you go to a Shiva temple, you will see a lot of murtis made of Shesh Nag and the other snakes over there. So Shivji is associated with Shiva, Naga, Devta, lots of them. Then what about Vishnu Bhagwan? ये तो शेष नागनी सैया ऊपर तो आराम करे छे साहेब. Vishnu Bhagwan again loves Shesh Naga with the 7 heads coming forward. Again, that is depicting that Vishnu Bhagwan is very close to snakes. And so, there is a great understanding of Nag Devta in our dharma. People do prayers, people do puja for Naga, for snakes. Snakes are very unique. Even in the NHS and the other medical institutions, there is a symbol you might have seen. Very few people realize it because it's designed in embroidery. People don't realize, but there are 2 snakes intertwined in that one symbol. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and then you will see, you'll think, aha, I've seen that in medicine. I've seen it in hospitals, and as an emblem, as their main logo of medicine is of snakes. So let me show you this. So this is where you see the middle photo over here is Patanjali, the person who wrote the Ashtanga Yoga, a great saint. He wrote the Yoga Sutras, which world today follow as yoga. So he is shown always, Patanjali Rishi is shown as having half a body of a snake and half a body of a human being. I will come to that in a moment, but let's go back to the point which I was saying. I will show you. The emblem is called Caduceus, if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Caduceus. Look at that. Do you see the golden photo in between? Now, there are two snakes that are intertwined. They are touching and encircling each other. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 are the different meridians that the snakes is touching. And if you see, there is a staff in between. There is a rod in between. And there are wings on the either side. And outside the wings, on the top, what do you see? Chakra, a round symbol. That round symbol, according to our Vedas and Upanishads, this is more older than NHS. This is more older than the medicine that people follow today. This is older than 10,000 years ago, and it comes from our books of Vedas and Upanishads. Let me depict and explain you this picture. The top one over there is Sahasrar Chakra. The round circle is the Sahasrar Chakra, the final chakra that we should attain in our life. And the wings show that your energy starts very thin from the bottom, and as you go up, it goes higher and higher and bigger, and wings depict that you are going to go ascending in life. If you see very carefully, the two snakes are touching each other or coming very close at different points, at different junctions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the energy meridians. So, coming back to me again, these are the different meridians in our body. So it's called the Mooladhara chakra. The first chakra is the base chakra that we have in our body, and then different chakra comes. There is another chakra called the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the Ajna chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. So our body has these chakras, and these chakras are depicted by this very ancient symbol, which today is the emblem, is the logo of the modern science and medicine. Amazing, isn't it? And did you see there were two serpents going across like that? Why are they going like that? According to our science, they are called Ida and Pingala nadis. In English, you can call them arteries and veins. These two different blood vessels work in tandem in this whole body, Ida and Pingala. And the staff, the rod that's going in between, is showing that the energy is rising in the body of a human being through the Kundalini Shakti, the energy of Kundalini. So now you know what is Kundalini, and the reason Saint Patanjali is half body is of snake and half of human being is to say that like snake, his energies were risen due to doing yoga properly. So if you do yoga properly, your energies will rise from the bottom chakras and raise and go very high. And that, my dear brothers and sisters, is the Kundalini Shakti. So if you see a photo of your spinal cord, so suppose if somebody took you to the hospital and took your X-ray of your spinal cord, it will look like a snake. Have a look carefully. And therefore, snake is depicted in medicinal emblem over here. So do you see? Snake is everywhere. and snake is very special. Snakes, I think, is one of the only animals in this world whose body is maximum part of the body is touching the earth. And so snakes have innate ability to feel the tiny microscopic vibrations of the earth. If there's going to be an earthquake after 2-3 days or few more days, the snakes will know it from now because they will hear the micro tremors. They will feel it. And so snakes have got very, very, very powerful uh, strengths in that way. And so, according to our dharma, this is the very special day, which is the 8th of August. So today is the 6th, day after tomorrow is Nag Panchami. And on that day, what we do is we do prayers and we show our reverence to the animals that are the snakes. So if you know where there are houses of snakes, people go and give them milk and uh, throw flowers there and say thank you to them. They help us in a lot of ways, as you know, in the emblem itself, in the medicine. Snake venom is used as medicine in a big way. In fact, it's one of the costliest things on earth if you check it out. Very costly. It's very dear. So if you see that snake helped in the Bible, snake helped Lord Shiva, snake is there for Lord Vishnu, snake is there with Isis as Egyptian goddess, snake is there in the Bible, snake is everywhere. In fact, snake can be used negatively as well because there was a very special weapon used by the Rakshasas on Lakshman Maharaj to tie them. Now, if you know what was the name of that special weapon, that is to do with snake. It was a snake weapon they attacked. And for Ramji and Lakshmanji in Ramayana, then go on, type it as an answer so I know that you know how did the serpent tie Lakshmanji and Ramji in that war as well. So snake goes in lots of ways in our dharma. And traditionally on this Nag Panchami day, women do prayers and part and puja to say, because remember in ancient times we were all farmers. Main job of everybody was farming. And in farming you will find a lot of snakes. And we want to be in the good books of snakes in a way. And we need to understand snakes and coexist with them because they were helping us in such a way you won't believe it. A lot of rodents, the mouse and so on, if there is not enough snakes, then a lot of rodents would eat all your crop. All your harvest would be destroyed. And so snakes were purposefully kept in the fields so that they would eat all these rodents and our harvest would be saved. So that was also our way to say thank you to snakes for helping our agriculture. So as we go ahead, let me have a look on the Facebook. People are still thinking, okay, I'll give you the answer now. That's not a very well-known name. It was called the Nagpash. Nagpash was the weapon that was used to tie both Ramji and Lakshmanji. Of course, Garudaji Maharaj came and saved them at that situation. Now, before that Nagpacham, the 8th, we start with the Kajrari Tej, which is tomorrow and today as well. So the Tithis are just expanding, but mostly today. Today is the day of celebration of women only. So the women in some countries do kitty parties. Well, in a way, in ancient times, women's days were there nearly every month, and that was the time when all the women of the neighborhood got together and had a lot of fun and socializing and good time together. So on the Tej, it's called the Kajri Tej. Women used to get together, sing folk songs, dance, uh, do mehndi for each other, do henna tattoo, and they used to have a wonderful time together. So Treej was a time for women to socialize, and that was understood by men. So men didn't disturb them and gave them a wide berth, saying, "Okay, you go and enjoy." So we always had that system where women got their time separately as well. Then the following day, the seventh, which is day after tomorrow, comes as Bahula Pujana. That day, we traditionally gave break to the cows and the calves, in the sense that day was no milk day. So, no milk and no milk products. That day, we didn't go and milk the cows. We left the cows to themselves, and that gave them a respite, and that also gave chance for the calves to have more milk from their mom. And as we go ahead, 8th, which is day after tomorrow, is the Nag Panchami. So I remember my mom used to do a small puja at home. She used to make a nice design at Paniyaru, meaning near the sink. And then she used to make a small snake. She used to draw it with black charcoal to represent the snake. And she would say, "Oh God, please bless the snakes. Snakes are very helpful." In fact, there is a story as well that snakes have helped humanity in a big way. And our parents were reverential. I've seen them being reverential to the snakes. So that's the Ashtami, uh, 8th date for Nag Pancham. Then comes the Balaram Jayanti. What happens is it's the anniversary, sorry. So on the 9th is Balaram, who we know as the elder brother of Lord Krishna. Bala means power. Rama means Ramanti iti Rama, the divine person with Bala, with power. And it was said that when he fought with people or any other armies, nobody could win against him. He was so powerful. And he used to carry an arm, like people carried swords and so on. He didn't carry that. He carried a plow, the plow that you use into the uh, farms. Nowadays, people don't even know how the plow looks. That's why I put the picture of the plow over here so people can see it. So if you see on the right side, there's a picture of Balaramji Maharaj holding a plow in his left hand. Do you see that? So he used to use that as a weapon in his wars. Therefore, we used to also call him Halayudha, Haladhara. And after that, there is a direct connection, because if you see, just the day before we celebrated the Nag Panchami, and then the following day is the Balaramji's birthday celebration. The reason is Balaramji Maharaj is considered as Sheshanaga avatar. So he was an avatar of the snake avatar of Sheshanaga of Lord Vishnu, coming to help Lord Krishna. And he did really help Lord Krishna at, at the time together. Going forward, then we see comes the Randhan Chat on the same day, which is the 9th. And Randhan Chat was traditionally, I used to see my mom frantically cooking a lot of different meals, because she was a foodie like me. She used to make lots of different kinds of food. And I used to say, "Why are you doing so much? We can't even eat today." She said, "It's not for today, it's for tomorrow." Basically, the idea was that on the Shitara Satam, you wouldn't cook food, you'd eat only cold food. And so the food was all cooked the day before, and all the women had day off, because remember, we didn't have deep freezers or fridges. If you make food just 2 days before, it would just get rotten very quickly, because the food would be living in 40-50 degrees Celsius. So immediately it would go off. And therefore, even 1 day break was a big thing for women and men. So women got this day as off, the Shitara Satam. So they did a Kumkum Tika to the Chulo, to the cooking station, and said, we are not going to do any cooking this day. Then on that day, women also used something very good idea of socializing. So all that food that they had cooked the day before, they enjoyed it, they eat it together and had great fun. So what does this give us message over here is very special. The idea is women found time in their own lives during the celebrations to have time by themselves, to have fun for themselves. And so, what I recommend to you as well is that even in your busy life, find time for yourselves, find time for your family. Family is more important than anything. And you want to make sure that everybody is contributing to it. Especially if you're a parent, you want to make sure that everybody is chipping in. Don't let anybody be lazy. We do the same. Even a 3-year-old child in the family helps in a little way in doing some work in the family every day. That's very, very important. We want to put in good work ethics since childhood, but at the same time, we want to put a good relaxation ethic as well since childhood so they enjoy their life. As we go ahead, I would like to see here and on the Facebook what's happening. Yes, we've also got the presence of Nita Ben Suchak. She's saying Jai Shri Krishna and to all and do not feel well at all. She's saying, oh my goodness, Nita Ben, you're not feeling well. Have limbu nu pani if you can, and it does wonders in these times. The weather is changing, so yes, it might affect you, but with good bit of prayers and meditation and good vibes, you should be coming around. Nothing serious, I hope. If it is, then make sure you go to the doctors. Also, Kalpana Ben is saying nostalgia, all these festivals from childhood. Yes. And we are lucky in a way, we are in coronavirus times. We can reignite these memories. We can start them all over again. So I suggest now, if you're not working full time, find little time to celebrate it in a little way. Something is always better than nothing. And also we've got my dear sister Rajul Ben Tejura who's joined in saying Jai Siaram. Bhai, so nice to hear from you, Rajul Ben. Recently you just had your birthday and I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time and you enjoyed it in a big way. We all send good wishes and good vibes in this holy, auspicious month. Have a lovely, lovely time. This is for you all. May God bless you. So we are going to meet you all again on Monday now. So few days of break. Enjoy these celebrations. Have a lovely time. God bless you. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siaram.
Shriman Narayana